Hey, hey, hey. Ooh. Huh? If you know the sound in the back, you understand. Hey, 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 everyone. I'm going to be quick. Hey, Teresa, aka HR. Hey, Nora, the Stock Explorer. I see y'all in the chat. I'm going to give it a few minutes. And, you know, I think those of us in the sector that usually keep our peace and mind our business, but aware, referencing Kendrick, we better start wearing helmets like Daft Punk, because folks seem to be wanting to come after us, famous things, and I just don't understand how we get caught up in somebody else's fuck shit. And so I need somebody to help me, help me understand, is it us? Is it them? Or why are they blaming us? Okay. Hey, Church Nelly. Hey, Miss Things again. If you have not heard, and some of you that are in here, I know would not have been over at this particular channel. DMO, you might have been in the clouds as well as Miss Things. So I don't know. So Pizarro has a live going, and I heard Jay Dunn earlier this morning talking about this, and I wasn't even sure. So it seems that the Raw God is got some heat behind him with regard to the strikes that were handed out over in the beef sector now. For the little that I know of the beef sector, and this, I stay somewhat in the clouds. There's certain channels I'll sit in the chat and chat here and there, but who in their right mind would go after anybody in that sector, or any other really, but who would go after anyone in those sectors, especially Jay Dunn? Okay, I'm just saying. I know from my limited time over in these here parts and such that there's two people I know that I really wouldn't want. I don't go against people and mess with folks anyway, so let's make that clear. But if I was that person that wanted to just mess with folks, I know Jay Dunn and Raw B would be the two people I would never, ever go against. Now, so when they mentioned the email, and most of us know, I'll just, Devin is the first name that was on the email. When I heard that email mentioned, I said, oh my gosh. They gonna find out all the ins and outs of this. So yeah. If you didn't hear, I believe Jay Dunn either tonight or tomorrow is supposed to have sit down with the Devin Ortiz. I think that's the last name that's on that email. So we're about to find out a little bit more. Does know, the Sun Ra, and was not aware how his name was being used. But, Pizarro earlier was like, the Umar sector ain't shit, basically. That's what she was saying. And I was like, how we all get caught up in this? Like, can we specify to the person who has, from all that I've heard and seen over the last few, has, basically said he wasn't part of the sector since he's been over there in the beef sector or in the Mo3 or wherever the heck he happens to land. I'm just very like, what the? I wanted to say, Psst, I see them people, but I figured YouTube would come, would swoop in on me. So, hey, Mina, how are you? So I just, I was like, let me go live just because I don't know if anyone else has heard the latest. And I believe the strikes came off of Jay Dunn's. And so, but she knowing her personality just a little bit that I do, and it's not over. It's not over till that person's over. I'll basically say it that way. But anyway, yeah. I had dropped my StreamYard earlier, but I'll drop it again if anybody wants to come up and join me. Hint, hint, divine. I don't know if, yeah. So this is kind of like, beware of where you go and whose chat you drop down on, because they might be coming for all of us for all I know. Mina, everything's going good. Right now it's sunny outside. I'm keeping, low profiles indoors. I needed a break from, a 9 to 5. So I was like listening to that while I was working. I was like, oh my gosh, how we get caught up with his shenanigans and antics. He's a grown man. We don't control him. But anyway. I just find it very interesting in a sense. I was like, ooh, shots fired at us all. It should be interesting to see this interview. Now that's something I probably will listen to just to see how all the pieces of the puzzle, because I guess we're really like, oh, so-and-so struck so-and-so. Okay, that's just part of what they do. Our sect is so laid back in some regards, half of it anyway. There's other parts that, okay. Miss Thing says, meanwhile, when we tried to warn them, the BS mammies cussed us out. Sure. Yes, that part too. That's why my thumbnail says, what the fuck? We told y'all. We told y'all his antics, how he get down with the get down. And I guess they just kind of said, yeah, right. Okay. Like, we know how we get down over here. Well, we know how you get down too, but we're just telling you. So, yeah, Pizarro was calling out us too, because I guess that alliance and all that has been going on over there. And the fireworks. It's not even the 4th of July. We get ready to have some fireworks going on around the park. So, those things. They were like the mistress who thinks she knows the husband better than the wife. Like, okay, girl, you got it. Okay. Because I sat there, I so wanted to. I did put when I was, well, I don't think Jay Dunn was on Pizarro's. Oh no, I went into Jay Dunn's chat and I was listening to what she was saying, and I heard certain parts, and I just put like a notepad, a writing hand, and the emoji with the sunglasses. Just I'm here, I'm listening, but yeah, I'm not saying no more because yeah, I'm gonna let her cook. But that is true, Miss Things. That's exactly how it was. Like we and I know it was multiple people that we were over there. Like I used to just kind of have fun in their chats at that point because it was like it's time to kind of let y'all know. And that's not no. That's not what happened. That's not what was said. So anyway. Just keep your ears to the ground because it's about to really be interesting. Ooh-wee. Because I, for one, will be sitting on the sidelines. I might need a little something to drink or a little something to smoke. I don't know, to handle what we're about to see. Because, but I just need the folks over there to know if they happen to listen or from the clouds or wherever. We had nothing to do with it. We tried to tell you. Thumbnail says it. We tried to tell y'all. And y'all, I guess, thought, oh, no, not him. Oh, okay. We tried. Hey, Florida Claimers. Ted, how are you? Good to see you. So I just, I was like, this is time. I'm going to take a few minutes jump out here and kind of say what I'm going to say, and see how y'all are feeling. if y'all heard or whatever else is going on. So, but yeah, that's really all that it is coming down to is, and I had a poll. I don't know if y'all seen it. Hopefully it's still there. I can't see now. Oh yeah. Let me see what y'all are saying thus far. Maybe. Who said we maybe? How are we maybe? I wonder who answered. Sometimes I wish we could see who actually responded to the polls, the content creator, that is. Oh, that's funny. Some said maybe, Lord of mercy. Yeah, no. Hi, Mia. How are you? Hey, Slander. How you doing? Mm-hmm. How you doing? Slander, go get your friend. The Sun Ra. Tell him to just chill out because it's about to get real interesting. Yeah, I said your friend. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. It should be lots and lots and lots of fun. We had nothing, PSA. We had nothing to do with his antics over there. We tried to warn you, and that's all I really wanted to say. Everybody else, just be mindful when you're over there floating around in them different chats. You never know how folks are going to take it and be like, oh, look, they're from that sector. Get them. Woo. Hey, T-Pre. How are you? Because that might come about. I might have to stay in the clouds forever and ever and ever. Ooh, my gosh. Me is saying it's absolutely not the sector fault. Many people went on the beef sector's panels and tried to warn them. Yes, got cussed out like they just didn't matter. It was like, wow, we tried to tell you all. Of course, we also tried to tell, the raw God to chill out and not do the things, and especially leave, like, come on now, Jay Dunn, like, of all people. Well, all the best to all, because I think it's going to be gladiators fight from this point. Who shall win? I don't know where I'm placing my bet. But you never know. The sector has had how many funerals for him? I have to laugh. He still rises. So, we don't know. Anyway, that's really all I wanted to say, y'all. This is just a quick one. I'm laughing, and at the same time, I'm like, kind of like, ooh, sitting over in the corner, Woo! Harry is on a roll here. You can't kill what's already dead, Cheryl. Well, I don't know, because I have a feeling, JD will take the bones out the grave, stomp them, throw them back down if she has to. So I'm just saying, yeah, y'all know how she get down. Hey, Stephanie, how are you? Ooh, Stephanie, it is doing. So stay safe, everybody. If you're over in the other sectors, just float in them clouds and take a temperature of the room. And maybe if they don't know what sector you're from, you'll be safe because it's coming. It's coming. Aw. Teresa giving her loves and hugs to all the honey bunnies out here, which will drive other people crazy if they happen to see this, which I know they're not because I'm not on anybody's radar. Anyway, let me let y'all get back. I need to just kind of go back to my snacks, listen to any of the lives that pop up. But again, tonight or maybe tomorrow night is supposed to be a sit down, Jay Dunn with Devin, the actual Devin. Okay. Yes, they are, Stephanie. They are mad at us. They said, why didn't, I mean, just what Pizarro was saying, why didn't we handle them? Why didn't we, that's just not how we roll. We told y'all that's not, there's some that do, and they couldn't even do anything. So, yeah, I'm just, they do. They are mad. Although I'm taking it Pizarro, but it's a good temperature out there. Yes. She said she was gonna, when that email, because she got notified of strike, they tell you who put the strike on you, and she went searching. I knew at that moment, oh, she's going to dig until she can't dig no more. Hey, Lorna, how are you? Hi, Sister Lisa, how you doing? So yeah, there's from what I hear, there's to be a sit down. Jay done with the actual Devon. Mm-hmm. And we know that email well over here. I did drop that over in one of the chats. I think it was YouTube cameras. Like, oh, that email is known over in our sector, but I just left it at that because. Okay. Stephanie said send Vinny and I nice pack to go make him an offer he can't refuse. Yeah. If he had any ponies, he better go tie them up somewhere else, hide them, because yeah, it's at that point. Miss Things, yeah, we don't have actual psychos over here. Most of us have careers. We just tell jokes for the most part. Exactly. We're like low key. I mean, we were telling him to cut it out. I mean, for the longest I had him blocked because of the stuff that went on early on, like Lennon and all. I just no, don't go with that. So yeah. Miss T. Prey saying we don't control grown people. So if she's mad, oh the fuck well, I'm telling you, it was just funny to hear Pizarro say that because it was like, but what the hell did we do? We didn't do. We were over there, and I know many of you who went up on panels, and I was like, oh Lord, why is our sector over here on panels? Giving them fair warning, but it is what it is. So. And we never have tried to control. I mean, for the antics that go on with other folks, it goes on with other folks. Oh, I have a guest. Hold on one second. One moment, please. Hey, Slander.
How you doing, Miss Lady? I'm just here to start trouble and keep the bullshit going.
Oh, look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Let me do this. Hold on a second. Let me. Okay. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. I just wanted to be sure I had to. I was so like, go, hit live. I didn't realize I hadn't plugged in my headset. So you should be trying to come up here to keep the issue going.
That's it. Nothing more, nothing less.
I'm gonna start pleading the fifth. I know some questions are gonna start coming. What's up?
Oh, no, no, no. So what we up here talking about?
So at the beginning, I explained that I was over Pizarro's live, listening to her, and she just put out like the Umar Johnson sector ain't shit, basically paraphrasing because she may not have said it exactly like that, but she did say it like that. I'm just
She
saying.
just now realized that?
Listen, not all of us are. Some, okay, I can give her that. But I can't. I was just like, why are they acting like we folks weren't telling them? People in the chat were saying it.
I'm so glad you said that. If you remember vividly, Shakim cussed all of us out over here because
We were
everybody
going
kept
over
going
there.
over there and telling him how he
Exactly.
was.
He says, stay out of there. Stay out, stop going over there. And we were like, no.
Like we all told him what type of time
Oh
he was
my
on. You feel
gosh.
me?
Yeah, so I guess it's our fault. We
How the
didn't
fuck is it?
listen, we didn't check him as he should have been checked.
Hakeem has
But
been
right
checked by
now,
every content creator in this
listen,
space over here.
listen. But let me just say, so Jay Dunn, from what was stated, is going to have a sit down with the real
All that
Devin.
live.
Mm-hmm. So I'll be interested to hear because the man didn't realize what was really going on, how his name was being used, and he, yeah, from what I understand, he has businesses, and the contact with him and Shakim was because of coding. He wanted to be taught coding. So it's not like we haven't heard of any other time that the Ra has taken someone else's identity and business. Oh, okay. So we're gonna move on, right?
But I mean, no, I mean this, I mean, and they all so up in arms over it. But I mean, this has happened over here numerous times.
Exactly. That's why we
Like,
were over there saying, Don't, don't, just leave
like
him alone." Oh
that's what
my
happens if you
gosh.
piss him off. He's gonna snatch your channel. Like,
Yeah. The
because I mean,
first
I don't
time
get
I
why they all up in
saw it,
arms.
well, yeah, but when I saw what the email was that had did the strike, so I was like, "Oh, okay." Nobody has to say anything else to us who are over here. We already know. Okay,
We've
we
been there. We've
knew
done
him.
that.
Right. What is Miss saying? I don't know why anybody would keep company with convicted felons who pull up on people and catch cases because their feelings are hurt online. Listen, Miss Things. I don't know either, but they do. Birds of a feather, I guess, flock together. Stephanie, what exactly can you do to keep someone from doing shit? Not a thing.
Right? We're not
Not a
his
thing.
parents. We don't live with him. We can't tell him what to do.
I mean, we tell him, we try to give advice. Um, for the longest, it was within our sector. It was that many were babying him, treating him like he was a little kid or something. That's a grown man, and he has been since he hit the YouTubes. So,
Facts.
All right, let me bring up Stephanie. She's back here too. Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
So, hey, so I'm gonna fault the beef sector in part, and also not in part. I'm gonna absolve them in part because
Okay.
Carrie was very, very clear on everything that had gone on between her and Shakim in the sector. Very
Mm,
clear. They
It
told
wasn't
Carrie
just
to get to
Carrie. It was
Sevyn.
right, and it wasn't just Carrie. It was a couple of people. Like it was a group of people going over there. Like, yo, y'all don't know who
Right.
y'all dealing with.
But they were very, very, very aggressive towards Carrie to tell her basically they didn't want to hear it.
right, they were
So,
disrespectful to her. So,
absolutely.
let me bring her
Absolutely.
up because she's here too. Hold on a sec. Carrie.
Hey y'all.
Hey.
Hey, Carrie.
Yeah.
Hey, hey Steph. Hey Slander, aka Blue.
How you doing? I
Slender's trying to
heard
move in
some.
on my girl, and I don't really appreciate this.
Hold on. I heard somebody was getting mad about that. I don't watch. I'm not subscribed. But hey, keep hate watching, sir. Keep hate watching.
Mm,
But you were talking,
yes.
Stephanie. Go ahead.
Well, so I will blame them absolutely for how they just chose to, ignore Carrie, and not just ignore, but basically tell her to get lost. And so I will blame them for that. However, really, the only person that was left after a while that continued to, ring the bell a little bit was, Mr. G, the boy who cried wolf. And he's hard to take
Mm,
seriously. He's hard to
right.
take seriously, as he should not be taken seriously. So I think they,
Yeah.
they were kind of left with thinking like, okay, this dude is still over here bitching about this guy, and everything he says can't be. This just sounds so crazy that it can't be true.
Right.
So I think that probably left them easily, um, had been able to dismiss those criticisms quite easily. You know. So
Yeah.
I will blame them for what they did to Carrie, but I will absolve them for how they discarded
They
or
didn't.
disregarded Rev.
They didn't
Right.
do anything to me. And there has been this narrative that like I got kicked out of the beef sector. That's not true. Like both Uppity and Ness threw temper tantrums because I stopped coming to their pages because I lost interest around the time of
Right.
that
Yeah.
baby story shit. That shit was so boring. They kept talking about it, and I just kind of lost interest in the whole scene. But I was
No,
never
true.
kicked up out of there. Yeah,
Absolutely.
that never happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
no, I
Stone.
just
Hey,
meant like
Stone.
there were people who really wanted to jump on the she hates black whatever Stephanie was over
Yeah.
there spreading. There were definitely people who wanted to jump on that and why is she here? We're tired of hearing about Shakim, yada yada. And now they want to
That
hear
could
about
be true, but
Shakim.
by the time that happened, and Stargate and them were over there spreading that narrative, I had literally lost interest. Like I really didn't even see a lot of that. And it's no shade. Like I said, when I thought it was good, I watched it, and I just literally, once I realized like the storylines were fake and repetitive, and people just be getting drunk and rambling for, like, to each their own. I wasn't into that shit anymore. But nobody kicked me out of there. I could have drugged Stargate and them all over the B sector, just like I drugged them all the way over here. I just wasn't into it anymore. But I want to say, like,
kick somebody out of a sector? Like, you can't come here. I can sit in the clouds.
Right.
You're never gonna know. Like,
right.
Well, you can
just
stop them
kinda
from
silly.
panels, and I've said this before. I'll say it again. The black men, everybody but the coon in charge. When Al said some anti-black shit about black men, the sector found no difficulty with kicking his ass out the sector.
Right.
It's just they act like they helpless when it comes to defending the image of the black woman. But people can be kicked out of sectors. Look at what happened to Al.
No, that's true. Because I got on a couple and cussed him all the way out there. See, y'all don't
Yeah,
might
the
not
only
remember
sector, the
that.
only panel he can still go on is the coons. So it's
Right.
that.
Yeah. Hey, Cecilda, how are you? Oh, hello.
Yeah, I didn't mean to. I was not trying to argue that they kicked you out. Just that some of them were very, you know,
Adamant
they
about
were.
it.
Oh yeah, but that's
Yeah.
me. Anyway, at the end of the day, like the content creators over there still like me, so I could have still been over there, and I could have garnered an audience over there like I do everywhere. Some people not gonna like me, but a lot of people will. And I just, like I said, I wasn't into it.
Right.
I wasn't even into it enough to try to like leech subs to grow my channel. Like, it's not my cup of tea. It just wasn't my cup of tea.
I remember the last time he hit Lemon's panel. That was a long time ago, but the last time he did, he basically he did backflips, and you know, he was doing cartwheels because he was so happy to see you. I remember that.
Yeah, and I mean, in general, like that's kind of how I'm a polarizing person. Either people love me or hate me, but I'm never gonna not be able to like garner like a little bit of support anywhere I go. But even with Lemon, when I realized that shit with him and Dragon was a play, I just I wasn't into it no more. Like, you know, and this is not no shade. I'm not saying they don't do good shows. It wasn't interesting to me anymore. So if I want to go back, I will. I ain't got no beef with these people. Even Ness, like her throwing them little temper tantrums because she thought I rejected her first. That was like Shakim and Triggs in her head. I don't even care about that shit at all. Not at all.
Well, it's kind of odd because it's like, as we've said, all of us are adults. We go where we want to go. Who we connect with is who we connect with. Besides, when there's a lot of people active in a sector, it's hard to keep up with everybody. And then some you just don't. I know for me, I'm not doing it. Some of y'all come on real late. I try to catch you in the morning, listen to you while it just doesn't. So
I can do it if it's funny, but all them old women throwing themselves at Lemon and sucking dick on camera or whatever the fuck. Like,
what? Oh, okay, I get what you mean.
To each their own. To each their own. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if that makes them happy.
Right. It's just not no shit. I'm gonna sit around and watch. And just a lot of the storylines was kind of gross, you know what I'm saying, to me. And a lot to each their own. But I did try to warn these people, and I just want to be clear. Not only did I give them several examples of how Shakim was lying to them, about how Shakim really kind of hate black women, especially fat black women that remind him of his mother. I had specifically told them that I thought Shakim had like a demonic energy, like this shit called a changeling. And I explained it like, I'm telling y'all, he is fully grown, but it's something about his energy that make empathetic women see him as a child. And I fell for it too. Like, I'm warning you, like, I know what I'm talking about. This grown ass man will have you feeling sorry for him and making excuses for his bad behavior. And I can't even blame myself because he has had this effect on damn near every woman.
Unless you already had protections up or had that third eye open, because you can pick up that energy quick.
Right, and that's one of the reasons, like, I told people. Yeah, one of the reasons I was celibate is because I did feel like I didn't have discernment anymore. So I'll admit, like, it could be some more perceptive women that would definitely peep it, but I have seen dozens of women fall for Shakim's, like, whatever it is he gives off that makes people see him as a helpless baby that's not responsible for his behavior. This is not like the personal failing of any individual woman. He got some type of like mystical power or some shit. Like, I don't know what it is, but
that's what he's into too. From what he has, that's what he's into too. From what he has said, you know. However people term it, but if he's into that mythology or
Well, he
going
claims to
through
be.
those.
He doesn't seem to actually know very much about it, but maybe he does know more. Maybe that's part of his magic, right?
It really could be. You just don't know. I mean, there's ways of people saying things and doing things that,
Yeah,
how people perceive you.
it really is.
Yeah.
And with him, it's not so. It's the effect he has on people. Even when we watch him go into the beat sector, he pulled that same. All these grown ass women. Oh, that's a little baby. Him no better. I know he said we all got dirty, dry old pussies, but him just a baby boy. Like what the fuck? I don't. That nigga got something going on. I ain't never seen anything like it.
And
But he
why
be
he was so
basically like,
worried
I
about and
hate you.
calling
I
women
hate women.
names.
Huh?
Yeah. I said, but why would he go? His whole energy when he was, while he first went over there, I was sick to my stomach. I was like, this is sick. First of all, talking to women
Yeah.
who are old enough to be,
Yeah.
just
And
Well,
he just
ladies,
too
spent
much.
ladies,
so much
ladies, ladies,
anti-women
ladies.
rhetoric. He
We're
Yes,
spent
not
so much
gonna
yes.
shame
what?
younger women and older. Well, yeah, we're not gonna shame older women and younger men's relationships. Okay,
That is not
that
what we're
man, that
doing.
Nobody's
man, just
doing that. I'm
because that
saying he
man,
talks
like,
about his disdain for older women all the time. Like every time he gets mad, you old dry pussy bitch. You old like every time he get the slightest bit mad, he's like, by the way, I hate older black women. You know what I'm saying? And older black women be like, oh, the little baby. I'm gonna send him a cash app. Ooh, boo, boo, boo. Like every time.
Right, right.
It's very weird, you know?
I think he's cut a lot of that out since he's come back. I haven't seen him do that, but I don't know, what's going on with him. But I haven't seen him go like the kind of side of him that we were seeing before he left. So I don't know. Now he's just striking
Mm,
people. So I don't know what's going on. But um,
I
anyway, I
almost
guess
be talking
1:30.
about
Shit, I gotta go.
all
yeah,
right,
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
drop
have
Steph.
to
down,
go in a
y'all.
little bit.
Bye,
Thanks,
Steph.
Stephanie, for coming up.
And
Appreciate
thank
Of
it.
you for
course.
fighting the good fight against Cupcake, because girl, that bitch is so annoying. She'd be like, "You're a such and such," and you'd be like, "Based on what?" And she'd be like, "I ain't gonna explain myself." Girl, you fought the
I
good fight.
know.
How do
I
you argue with
know.
a fucking idiot? Like what?
I, I don't know. It's very unbecoming of someone who wants us to defer to her higher levels of education that she claims none of us have when
And
she
she
just acts
never
like
present
that.
one logical argument about anything. And girl, you even clocked it with the whole, ma'am, do you think black people are retarded? Everybody knows STEM careers are good. Like, why are you taking 20 minutes to explain to us what STEM is and why it's a good career? But then I realized she was just sucking up the pee with the whole, and that's why you raised this. They want to get in good with these weak black men so they can have a platform to attack black women. Like, I see the play. Anyway, I know you got to go, Steph, but thank you for your work on behalf of the good white people. Thank you, girl.
Well, as always, salute. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Peace, Steph.
Oh my
Because black
gosh.
people shouldn't have to do all the work of checking these white people. So shout
No.
out to you know what I'm saying?
I
Shout out
mean,
to
in all honesty, right now, my attitude is I'm what, the 92%? I'm sitting and watching. I'm not getting involved with no shit.
yeah.
I'm not going out. I'm not giving my voice. Fuck it. That's what you want. That's what you get. And everybody, all ships will go down together. All
Yeah.
right. There you go. Burn it all down if it
Not
has
all
to.
ships
So.
rise with the tide. All ships gonna
Right.
go
All
down
ships
together.
sink. They're going to sink together. Okay. They're going to sink.
Yeah, I just
TT,
wanted
what
to
is
be
it? It's
clear,
the
like,
unprovoked attack for me. Well, I mean, but why go after her or them over there? Like, Lemon, okay. Jay Dunn is a different breed, let me tell you.
I've had beef from jump though. Like, I could see her getting struck like that before Lemon, just because
it's
her and
better him than
Shakim have
me.
never been cool.
I know
Because she
Triggs
could
was
see
trying
right
to.
through him. That's why she saw right through him. So she has just never. I
Oh,
remember
is
being
that
over there
right?
like, ooh. Yeah. She would come up on the panels just to interrupt him. She was funny. She was funny to me. I was like, oh, shoot. We got a thing
Cutie
going
One
on over
said it's
here.
the unprovoked attack for me. But
Yeah.
the thing is, Lemon did provoke Shakim by putting him on. It was like he did a lot to help Shakim. And from what I see, those are the people Shakim turns on. He wake up one day out his bed and be like, "You ain't do enough for me," right? Like the only person he hasn't done that to yet fully is Ness.
Yet. Let's say
Yeah,
yet.
Nah, he's went
Yeah.
off on
exactly.
her
Good.
before too, though. I mean, he didn't do
Well,
half the stuff he's done,
No,
but
he
he
did
went
the
out and
baby,
said
right? He
some
been warning
wild
her. He been
shit.
letting her know, but he ain't went all out yet, right?
and all we can do is be like, we try to warn y'all.
Yeah,
That's all
yeah.
I have been saying. So, I'm just I'm just watching and waiting. But yeah, I'm gonna have to skedaddle for something. But
All right,
y'all,
Unfolded.
just keep
All
your
right, thanks for
ears and
having me up.
eyes open. Yes, I appreciate you coming up, Miss Thangs, and slander. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I want to say one more thing too. I think that Ness is more powerful than Shakim on like a spiritual level. So
Probably. She does
yeah,
have
if
that
he does come
background.
for
I'll just
Ness,
leave it at that.
he's
Okay.
gonna get smoked. I just want to say that part. Yeah, that's all. And he might know that, but it's something about Ness.
Yeah.
Like it's something about her.
Hmm.
She got some power
Remember,
behind her.
remember they spent what 24 hours alone in Vegas? Okay, and that's
Yeah,
all I'm gonna say. Not saying
yeah,
it was anything sexual, but I'm just saying. Okay,
yeah.
connections matter too. Okay. Hmm.
All right, I'm gonna hop down. Thanks,
All
boo.
right. Okay. All right, y'all. I do have to cut it short. But hopefully someone else goes live. I can listen in. Um, especially when I come back into the tube. So, but y'all just have to keep your ear and eyes open, especially when Jay Dunn's live. Should she have to sit down? Because I'm gonna be interested in that one. All right. Yeah. Well, I mean, Cutie wants something to that degree, but I mean, mhm. So it's just it's gonna be interesting to see. I would like to hear this gentleman's what he has to say, although how in all this time did you not know your name was involved in stuff on here? I'm just going to leave it at that. So anyway, hopefully you took the poll. In fact, let me come over here and end the poll. So 62%, oop, and it just changed just as I was changing to end it. So yeah, 61% of you say no, we shouldn't be blamed. 22% say yes. 16% said maybe, Lord. Y'all are funny. All right, everybody. I will catch y'all around the tube, the hallways, and everything. Take care of yourselves. Keep your heads on swivel around here. All right. Bye.